Hi, my name's Dave and welcome to day 16 of RPGaDAY. Today's topic is Game You Wish You Owned, and this one is a particularly tough question. I could make a list of the various Kickstarters that I've backed that just haven't arrived yet because they're still working on them, but instead I think game I wish I owned would probably be some of the supplements for Bond. The one that I'm kind of missing and is really expensive on eBay and various shopping sites like that is the spin-off from the Bond RPG called Assault. It's more of a tabletop combat game, but it's designed so that you can run the really big combats when the massive CIA and the army turn up into Blofeld's lair and run around with guns and in this big volcano base and stuff like that. Or the kind of thing that you'd expect from one of the classic Bond films when the base is about to explode, Bond's running around and trying to escape after managing to press the self-destruct button, and the troops arrive and it's all chaos and people shooting at each other. The reason why is because the Bond supplements are possibly one of the coolest and nicest produced supplements in existence. Don't believe me? Let's have a look. Here we go. Here's a good example. View to a Kill. Good film. Well, the last of the Roger Moores, but Christopher Walken's particularly good in it as well. He was born to play villains. But the great thing about them is, while it was made in the 80s and it's got a fairly standard printed sheet, it's quite nicely illustrated. Certainly a lot more going for it than Top Secret has, which is a bit of a shame because Top Secret's a good game too. The illustrations are quite cool, but also in there you always used to get an envelope full of documents which you could hand to the players when they were being briefed, and these included maps, it's an invoice for Three Strikes Enterprises, plans for your iceberg submarine, a blank check that you can fill in, isn't necessarily a map of Paris, which of course comes in essential when you're having your car chase. There's a close-up of photos of the characters that you can hand to the players. Everything's so beautifully produced. Zorin kind of looks a bit like Christopher Walken, but not, to avoid copyright issues. We'll probably come back to Bond a bit later during RPGaDAY when I start rambling on about which RPG really deserves a new system and a new game and a new publication, because Bond will probably be it. That is probably the game I wish I owned, which is Assault. One day I'll find it at a convention, or I'll find it going for a price that isn't astronomical on eBay. So which game do you really wish you owned? Why don't you tell us? Share on all the social networks and stuff like that, and hashtag it all RPGaDAY, and that way we can keep track and spread the word, just in case. You never know. One of the people watching this might actually own the game that you've been desperately after for so long, and they're a bit bored of it and want rid of it. Maybe they'll sell it to you for a reasonable price. Maybe there's somebody out there watching this right now who has a copy of the Assault game for Bond, possibly Dr. No, possibly Octopussy as well, dropping some hints, who'd like to get in touch. There's a suggestion. Don't forget you can download the image right next to the cat's head. Hello, kitty. She's looking at me like I'm an idiot. You can download the image that tells you what the rest of the topics are for the month from the little link that's in the text at the bottom of the video. Until then, we'll see you tomorrow for the funniest game you've played. Until then, keep playing.